Hello everyone, welcome to Strive Grid. In this video, we will be moving ahead from our last part wherein we brainstormed some ideas and we wanted an affiliate website which can actually generate revenue through affiliate as well as from Amazon. So we were trying to find something between home office and home office hustle culture so that we can offer them physical goods from Amazon affiliate as well as some gigs from Fiverr. Last time I said that we will go with Smart Work HQ, but I reanalyzed it and I think Hustle Home Pro sounds good. And even ChatGPT, after asking it several times, it's still stuck on this thing. So now we will move ahead with article creation strategy, categorization of articles, and then we will start our blog, and then we will work on the Pinterest thing. Although I showed you how to work with Pinterest and other things in the last video as well, this time we will be moving ahead with the things. So let's get started. So I will say I want three ultra niche categories based on USA demographics of Pinterest for my website, this thing Hustle Home Pro, and I need to have category names as one word with slug with keyword rich slug and their description. This you will come to know why I'm writing it in this way is because you can have SEO done for category pages as well in WordPress. So that's the reason I'm giving this. So let's get this first, and once it gives us this, then we will move ahead with the article generation. So now I've given it the prompt. It will generate the category name, and now we will see whether these fit in or not. So I will ask it now generate 30 articles in each category with 660:40 ratio of informational and affiliate titles such that and please categorize them within category as how to and others which you think fit, or guides. For example, the reason I'm doing this is because we can have the article generation done more easily compared to the other things, so that we can just copy paste it. Okay, so now here we have all the how to articles, informational, inside gigs out of 30, and then it has given us guides and listicles and other topics, and this is how it completed 30 articles. Now it's moving to the workflow category. It will generate more articles. So in the meanwhile, we'll just go through the articles, and we have informational how to's, and then we have best side hustles for stay-at-home moms in 2025, 10 freelance jobs, side hustles that pay daily, freelancing versus side hustling. This is good. And then the 7 best websites for finding freelancing work. This is also good. Workflow is fine. So we have in workflows and side gigs, it forgot the monetize category. One more category pending. The reason we are doing this is that what happens most of the time whenever we start with a blog, this is my personal experience as well, that we start with all the happiness and then the excitement just goes down the drain once you have the website up and running. For that reason, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get everything in place, and then we will start the actual website. So it has done for the second category as well, and let's see if we can put this into perspective. Now we need Pinterest prompts in such a way that we can have the articles linked to the Pinterest images as well. So before the website, let's see how I generate the article. So what I do now, I've selected all the how-to articles, so I'll copy them and put them in a Excel sheet like this, and we'll create a new Excel sheet. So we have that now, and we'll take all the how-tos. I don't know Excel that well, so that's the reason I'm doing it this way. We'll take this A and we'll put it here. We'll replace all, and yes, so I'll take all of them, and I use SEO writing AI. I've been using this for quite a long time now. So here what you do, you go to documents, you create a new folder for our website, Hustle Home Pro, so everything stays together. I'll go to Hustle Home Pro, I'll create new document. Here I'll select bulk article creation, and then I'll paste all my articles titles over here, and I'll just use this generate. And sorry, before that I need to give keywords. So for keywords I keep it very simple because our target is Pinterest only, and Pinterest doesn't rely on keywords that much, but it relies on pins. So what we do here, we create the article and we use the basic terms, just eyeing using human eye, that's it. So see, I'm just putting in these titles as keywords, and here, so these are 30. I'll just remove all of them before. So we'll just take 5 for the example sake so that the video doesn't get longer, and I'll click on generate NLP. So it generates the keywords automatically and uses it in the article as well. So now we have that. Now we come to the settings. So we want the language as US English, article types is how to, and this is the reason I was saying that we need to group all the articles together, because this is where we can generate them in chunks. So we'll go to how to guide, we'll keep it to large, and then tone of voice I would keep it informational. Normally I keep it informational or inspirational or encouraging. Okay, so we'll keep this encouraging because we want something to be how to. I use default model as well as the auto SEO model, which helps a lot, the DeepSeek one. If you click this, you can see here outline is automatically based on the SERPs. It's generated that way. Article size also depends on that, and article type also depends on that, so you don't have to worry much about it. Or if you see, you take the default model, you have these options open, but the outline won't work. So it does best job when you're using real-time SERP with auto SEO. That's the reason I'm selecting this one and not this one. So V3. Okay, and then point of view I always keep it I, because it's better whenever someone is reading something, it's always like you and I, first person, like talking to a friend. And then brand voice I do not have any as such. It's you need to configure it, but there's no need as such. AI images I don't use any. I use my own images which I generate through ideogram, because these images are not to the mark and they just take the space on the server. So that's the reason I'm not using them. You can use them, like if you see, you can say yes to it. Number of images 3, style you can put in cartoon, picture, cyberpunk, or whatever you want, and you can give additional instructions for creativity as well, but I don't use them as of now because it's not perfect. Then structure in the how to articles, I always like to start with a question, because people have a question in mind when they are going through how to, and if they stumble upon a question or a statistical fact, it would be a good idea. So what you can do, you can make a combination. So for example, these 5 how to's, we will do it in question. The next 5 how to's or the next 10 how to's will start with a statistic or a fact, so it gives us a proper mix of information. So for these I'll go with a question, and then by default I keep these all options as yes. Internal linking I select none for now because I've not added the website. it's fine, because what I do is initially I generate like 30 articles, and then I connect the website, and then it knows that, for example, if you see this website, it knows that it has 28 articles. And if you refresh this and again go there, it should have other articles loaded in a in a shorter time, because it goes through Google figuring out what the articles are. As you can see, there are only 6. Those 28 were the useless articles which I had, because it's a new website, and that's the reason these 6 are the actual targeted articles. So this is how it knows. So for here we will click none for now. For external linking, I always go on automatic, and I used 3 to 4 links, because we are using content as large content, or the content will be somewhere around 2500 to 4000 words based on my experience. And we can exclude the URLs as well. And connect to web, I always say yes, so that it has the real-time data. And this syndication and link to document I've not used. This is a very good feature, provided you have an old website, so that what happens is it understands that this particular website for which we are generating the articles has, say, 30 articles in it. It will create this internal linking structure as well, and after that it will also link to the pages internally wherever it finds relevant, and this does a very beautiful job of ranking, and this is not needed. So once you're done with all these configurations, I just click on run, and then it gives you the warning that it is without posting. It also posts directly on your WordPress blog, but I don't do it because it converts the block editor to the normal editor. So let's click continue here, and it will generate the articles. So as of now, we have seen how we can come up with new ideas and have the article lists ready, and how we can do it. So now we will be looking at how to structure the pins. So to structure the pins, what I do is I go to my temporary Excel, and I will click here, and I will say I want a pin prompt, and I have a pin generator over here, which is available only in the pro version of ChatGPT. But for the example sake, we'll do it here, so the ones who are using free GPT should work as well. Pin prompt for article titled into double inverted commas, this thing, and you need to remove this because I copied it from Excel. A simple pin prompt for ideogram. One sample first. And I'm using ideogram for pin generation is because it has very unique way of generating the images. You don't have to be tech savvy for it to understand you or generate the pin prompt. So we'll just copy this. I'll go to ideogram, and I'm just showing you this, how it works. And let me go to creations, and here I'll put the prompt, and the prompts have become cheaper. So this is my test account. So for pins, you always have to have 2:3 ratio, because or 4:5 also works, but 2:3 is recommended because 4:5 becomes much broader. So we'll select that, and rest you can keep the magic prompt on, and sometimes you have to try once or twice, but it works. And 2A is the fastest engine, and I go for turbo. So turbo is something, it generates very good quality images. As you can see here at the bottom, these are very good quality images. These were all generated with turbo, and it just costs you 0.5 of your 1 token. And at the bottom you can keep it auto, but I would like to keep it as design, so that it doesn't come with a very weird styling. So that's the reason I'm selecting that. So this is how easy it is to generate pin, and you can see it uses 0.5 credit. So I'll just click on generate, and the beauty about this is you'll just have to create one single prompt, and once you have that prompt, it generates 4 different images for that single prompt. And once you again click on generate, for example, like it has generated now, you see it is all pin ready, and it has Hustle Home Pro as well, and it understands how the prompt should look, and you have 4 different ways of explaining the same thing, and you'll have four different pins, which is a Pinterest requirement that they should look different and almost look somewhat different, at least in text and in the backgrounds somewhat. So it does work with that thing. And now we are targeting 8 pins. 10 pins is recommended, so I keep two less, so that we don't fall into any kind of problems later on with Pinterest. And once you have an old account with Pinterest, you can keep pinning like 15 or 20 as well for one article. I'm talking about here, we are talking about one article. So we have generated one article, for example, how to of this one, and then we will have 4 pins here, and I'll click on generate again, and we will have 4 more pins. So you can, and most of the time, I'm telling you, 90% of the time we will have this all the 8 pins which are generated with just one single prompt, which we can use immediately. So you see, it has changed this here, it has changed somewhat here, and it has changed somewhat here as well. So these all, although they look similar, if you want in the second prompt, what you can do is you can turn the magic prompt as auto. I'm just giving you the idea. I will be using these images itself, but just to give you the context, I'll use auto, and I'll change this as general, or I'll click here auto as well, and then I'll click on generate. So once you see how it generates, now I've selected auto, and it will change the way how it looks, and it generates images much faster compared to anything else. So you see, these are all 4 different pins. Now this one, for example, it has that it doesn't understand the contrast between the generated images, but it does the job, because initially you just have to have multiple pins which can link to your article over a period of 6 months, or say 90 days, or 8 or 120 days, so that at least you are in the eyes of Pinterest. And once you start getting traffic, then you start optimizing the article. So now if you see, these articles do take some time. So let me refresh, see if it has generated the articles or not. And this is a very beautiful platform. So now this one is generated. Let me open this, and the easiest way is just copy here. And for example sake, I have a blog which is not the blog which is this one, but just a blog. I was working on something else, so I use Hostinger for all my hostings, and I'll go to that blog, and I have multiple websites. So this is something related to travel, so I'll go to the admin of it to show you how easy it is to put the article in one place and then generate it and then get it ready. So I'll just click on add new post, and I'll just come over here and I'll paste it, and your article is ready. Now you can save the draft, and then you can preview the article as well in a new tab. And this is how your article is ready. And now what I do is I download all those images and start with only 2 images. For example, we'll do here /image, and I'll go to media library, and we'll again go to ideogram, and we'll download all of them here. Just you have to click just one. For example, I'll just do download here, and then this one, and then this one, for example. Once I've downloaded them, I'll go to the tab again, and I'll upload the files. I'll select them from my computer, and we have this one. I'll select this. I'll adjust it to be at the center, because on the cell phone the websites are like this, so it always works great on the center. And here if you go to block, I will add my article title that attract clients, and again I'll click this one. I'll go to block. So there is some problem. Now I can select the block, and I'll paste it here. And now I'll just copy this from here, and then I'll go somewhat further, and I'll paste it here, and I'll just replace the image. So this is how easy it is, and I've already copied it. So now I'll put another pin over here, and I'll again replace it, and there you are. You have 3 images ready. I said I will add 2. I just added extra. It's fine. So now if you see, you have your Pinterest post ready, and the article, I'm not reading it, I just go through them, and once I start to attract a bit of traffic, then I go ahead and actually start editing and adding things. And the reason I have not added all the pins as of now is because I wanted the article to be published say today, and then when I add two more pins later on, it finds on Google as well as on Pinterest as updated, and then again you add two pins, and then again you add two pins. So that is how the article keeps updated. So you don't have to generate like 3000 articles for a website to rank well and to make good amount of ad revenue or affiliate money. So this is how we do it for when it comes to article generation, and this is how easy it is. So mind well, if you sit for say 2 hours, you will have like three categories ready and one website ready with everything to go for. So this is how you do it. Now the video is already, I guess, 20-25 minutes. We'll be creating a website for this very Home Pro, what was the name, even I forgot the name. Yeah, Hustle Home Pro. And then we will start creating the articles first, and then we will start adding the affiliate links depending on what the article is. So once you know what the article is, you can generate those links. And in SEO writing AI, you can actually have how to's and listicles as well. Just to give you the idea, I will just go to one click blog post, and here in the article type you can have how to guides, which we just did, and then we have listicles as well. So what I do the listicle completely like an article, and then I create a list of 10 products, and then I put those products into that generated article. Hope that makes sense. So once you have that, or even tutorial, so these are the actual types of articles which are liked most on Pinterest. And on Pinterest, listicles and how to guides are the number one thing where Pinterest pushes traffic like anything. So for this reason, I was trying to segregate the articles over here while I was asking it to generate the articles. So that's it for this video. In the next video, we will start with the website creation, and we will start posting the articles as well, and let's see how it goes from there. So thank you for watching.